Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. As you can see by the title, today we're going to be doing a full face of makeup using my favorite products. No spoilers, but yeah, I've been trying to do more makeup and get ready with me's on my channel, so if you have video recommendations, leave them down below. I'm really excited about the products that I'll be using today. Hopefully you guys will go out and try some of these products and let me know what you think of them, or if you already have them. But yeah, this is the makeup look I did. By the way, I am trying a new background. In my old videos, I just had that wall over there, but I felt like it was kind of boring. So I'm still trying to figure out a background for my channel. Let me know if you like this one. I kind of like the little lights in the background. That is pretty much it for this intro, and let's get started with the makeup. So my favorite primer as of now has been the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It looks like this. And I think I've made a pretty big dent on it. I like the Poreless Putty more than the, well, I haven't tried the other ones, but I like this one because it is very moisturizing. Oops, I forgot to color correct. But not very moisturizing, but it's more moisturizing than other poreless primers I have tried, and I really like that because my skin has been pretty dry. Before I prime, I've been getting acne lately. These past 2 days my acne has gotten bad. I don't know why, so I'm just gonna go in with the mine is pretty jacked up, like this fell out, but Master Camo, I don't know, I'm going in with the green shade to put it on these acne marks. Maybe I was supposed to prime first, but either way, I like to concentrate it on the center of my face, so it's okay. But yeah, I don't know why my skin decided to break out. I think I jinxed myself. I told my sister like 2 days ago, wow, my skin hasn't looked this clear in a while. And then I got breakouts literally out of nowhere. I don't know why or where they came from. But usually I like to use different primers. So I like to use the poreless ones on my T-zone and then hydrating primers on the outside of my face, because since I have dry skin, I get dry patches, and whenever I do get them, they're usually out here in the parts of my face where I do get acne. Usually this part is pretty clear, but I hadn't gotten acne in a while. I don't know what happened. I've been loving the L'Oreal. This foundation is pretty good. I was debating between the L'Oreal and the Hard Candy Full Coverage Foundation. Both of these are really good and I couldn't decide, but I have been using this one longer than this one. So this is still my top foundation. This one is very close. I just have to play around with it more to be able to know if I like it more than this one. But that one is pretty close too. Why am I so out of breath? And I am doing my makeup because I'm gonna go to Ulta, and I don't know why, I just don't like going to Ulta without makeup. I mean, I can. Face mask would be covering half my face anyway. I just like feeling glam at Ulta, so. And I don't even need to go to Ulta actually, because I have enough makeup. And I just ordered 2 packages. I'm still getting used to this whole filming thing, so I'm a beginner at this, okay? I just like to do my makeup, and why not film it? I was gonna do my makeup anyway, right? I did start off with some lip gloss. I like to apply lip gloss before I start my makeup. That way my lips will be moisturized by the time I get to lipstick. So my favorite lip gloss is the Essence. Mine is, well, you can't really read it anymore. I don't even know the shade, but it's just a clear lip gloss. It's really cheap. I tried it because Juicy Jazz recommended it, and it was really good, so I love that. Now for concealer, my favorite concealer is the CoverGirl Undercover. I didn't say the shade names, I'm terrible at this. My foundation was in 440 Natural Rose, and my concealer is in M150 Buff Beige. This concealer does dry pretty quickly. Okay, and then whenever I feel like my eyes aren't bright enough, I'll go in with the Milani Conceal Perfect Concealer in the shade 115. This one I bought it to try it out because I just wanted to try new concealers, but I did pick up the wrong shade, so I just use it to brighten under my eye. And honestly, it's good. These are like my combo basically. Right now I don't have terrible under eye circles, so I'm not going to use it. I don't really bronze. I recently just started bronzing. I usually just like to go in with some blush, but when I do bronze, I like to cream bronze. It's weird because I don't like to cream blush. I mentioned that in my last video, but cream bronzer, I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of easier, so I use the elf one and the elf brush as well. I love this brush. It just has a really good shape. I don't even know if it's for bronzing, but it's really pretty. And just going with this. I'm sure there are better bronzers out. I just haven't tried them because, like I said, I'm not into bronzers, so I feel like I'm still a little bit scared when I bronze of overdoing it. But it's all a process. You just have to learn. If I was in a rush, I wouldn't do bronzer. I would do only blush. And I will be having a 5-minute makeup look for whenever I'm rushing. Well, for my favorite powder, I have been using the CoverGirl True Blend powder. This one is really smoothing. It is very pretty. And this is in the shade Banana, 600 Banana. Yeah. And I don't think I would honestly try a high-end powder just because this one smooths out my skin so pretty, so why spend extra money on something that will probably do the same thing, but I got it for cheaper. I don't like my bronzer to be too harsh, otherwise I would go over it again with a like powder bronzer, but I only do that very rarely, not really. So I don't know if you guys can see my skin. It just looks so smooth, like right around my cheek area. If I could only pick one makeup product, it would probably be blush. I just love it. So my favorite blush is the Jouer. I have this blush palette, such pretty variety. I love using these two right here because they are pretty neutral, so they'll go with any eye look. Of course, if I was doing something warmer, I would use more this one, but I hardly touch that one, mainly because it has a shimmer. It's not like glitter on your face. It's super pretty for sure, but I just love my matte blushes. I just prefer them. And I've had this palette for quite a while actually, and I use it pretty much every day, and it's still here. So I think it's discontinued. I'm pretty sure it's discontinued, but if you could try Jouer blushes, I definitely recommend them. They're just so pigmented and pretty. I feel like I have a Kylie blush actually that I wanted to try, and that one I just feel like I have to keep going like this with my brush to get color on my cheeks. And this one is just so quick. You just put it on and it's done. Whenever I feel like I need a little bit more coverage, I'll take my Maybelline powder Super Stay. This is a I think it's a powder foundation, but I use it as a regular powder. I love this thing, as you can see. Whenever I don't go in with this powder, I'll usually go in with this one, and it's pretty good. I just think it has good coverage, and on my no makeup days, this is what I would use. I just have an ugly pimple right there and it just won't go away. I recently started trying this, and it's really good for brightening your under eyes. or if your concealer's too dark, to lighten it. It was only like $2 too. So I usually go in right here, and I don't use this all the time. And you could even use it to set your eyes. This step, I never skip it because my eyelids, they can be pretty not watery, oily. Just always like to set down a base. I use concealer as my primer. For my favorite eyeshadow palette, I know people would have trouble with this step. Picking an eyeshadow palette is just hard because there's so many options in different palettes. It's just hard to pick one. I just know that if I could only keep one palette, it would be the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice. This palette just has a lot of variety, and that's just why I love it. So you can see, you can literally do so many eyeshadow looks with this. Neutrals, pinks, greens, purples. It's just really pretty, and the formula is really good. And it just smells really delicious. So usually I would go in with that white shade right here, but I already set my eyes, so. I love using Profusion eyeshadow brushes. They're really soft. I had a naked palette that came with the brush. I tried that, and I just found it to be kind of like rough on my eyes. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it almost made my eyelid itchy. These brushes are the best ones I have tried. They're really, really soft. Like, I just love these brushes, and they come with the big palettes, so I recommend them. So I'm gonna go with the shade right here. It's called A La Mode. And yes, I do like to start with my base first, my base makeup, and then do my eyeshadow. It's just, I've just always done it like that. Really pretty. Okay, for my next shade, I do want a little bit more depth. So I'm gonna go in with Spice Baby, which is this brown. This palette is really pigmented, so just be careful. Last night, I don't know why, I don't know if this has ever happened to you guys. You go to sleep and you have a nightmare, and then you wake up and you try to forget it, and you go back to sleep and you have another nightmare. I don't know, this happened to me like 3 times last night. Like, I kept waking up and then going to sleep, and every time I went to sleep, I would just have nightmares. I didn't even want to sleep anymore. I just remembered right now. That's why I'm mentioning it. I want to know if that's happened to anyone else. For my lid glitter shade, I'm gonna go for Falling For You. It's this kind of a green shade, I think. It looks like a green to me, like a dark green. My favorite brush to apply shimmer shades with is the Morphe. Well, you see, it doesn't have a name, but it's a Morphe brush. It looks flat like this. Oops, so you can see. So if you see a flat brush like this from Morphe, I recommend that you get it, because it's really easy to get up in your crease. But first, I like to take the shadow on my finger because it just applies more pigmented, and glitter shadows are just like that. They just always show up better when they're picked up with your finger. But I love this palette too because it's really easy to go in with the shade, with the brush too, and you don't really even have to spray it. It just comes out good. You see how easy it is to just do your crease like that? And that way you can have a clean line. So I like to go with my finger here so it looks pigmented, and then with the brush on top so that it looks clean. And then I do want to add a little bit more pop. So I'm going to go with Fall Vibes, which is this glitter. It's a different texture and it's a little more green gold. So I'm just going to grab that with my finger as well. And I'm going to take this and just kind of tap it on my eye to add some sparkle. I am going to do my other eye and lower lash line, put some mascara on, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I did my lower lash line and I apply some mascara. I don't do any lashes. I just find them I've tried them. I just feel like they feel kind of uncomfortable, but that's just because I'm not used to them. So maybe I'm just not a lash person. And then I have heard people say that once you try lashes, you can't go back to just mascara. But I don't know. I like the mascara look on me. Maybe I'll keep trying lashes in the future. As for the mascara I used this Maybelline waterproof one. It's really good. I really like it, and I've repurchased it about 3 times already. Okay, for my inner corner, I think I want to keep it matte. And when I want to do that, I usually go in with the same powder that I used or the shade in the palette. And I just brightened right here. And the reason I want to keep it matte is because I did bring that green right down here in my lower lash line, and if I apply a shimmer right there, then it's kind of going to take away from the lower lash line. Okay, for highlighter, I have mentioned in other videos that I don't really love to wear highlighter because I feel like it emphasizes the texture in my cheeks, especially when I have acne. But since today's video is about my favorite products, I still want to mention a highlighter that I would use when I want to wear highlighter. So I have this Revolution palette. I really like this. Super intense, and it comes with 4 shades. I will say this shade right here is too dark for me, but you can use it as eyeshadow and it will be really pretty. A really pretty bronze, and it would look really pretty as a highlighter on other skin tones, just not on me. Now this white one has a pink shift to it. So I don't know if you guys like that. I'm just letting you know. Really like this. Today I'm going to go in with the rose gold just because it matches my makeup the most. I don't like my highlighter to be super intense, but this one is really pretty. See that? And I like to keep my forehead matte. I mean, you could just add a little bit here, but for the most part, I like my forehead to be matte. So this, I highly recommend it. I think you guys would really like it. We're gonna do my lip combo, my favorite lip combo. I love wearing nudes. I have a whole display of lipsticks here that has my nude lipstick. Morphe lipstick in the shade Commit. Definitely used it up. And I like to pair that with my lip liner. This is the ColourPop lip liner in the shade BFF3. It's basically a dark brown. And I just love dark brown lip liners. So we're gonna go in with these 2. You can kind of remove the lip gloss a little bit. I like to keep a little bit of it on my lips so that they still feel pretty hydrated even with the lipstick. So not that it's drying or anything. In a little bit right here so that you don't see like a stark line. So we got snow in Texas and there's just so many people walking outside since the snow stopped. So I can see people missed being outside. I keep seeing people go on their bikes and running, and I mean, it is really pretty outside. Going in with the lipstick. I love this combo. And then you can just go in and I'm just gonna take my Maybelline powder that I mentioned, and I know you can do this with concealer or foundation, but this works fine for me. I'm just going around to clean up. Okay, I know that lip gloss is a trend. I just love my matte lipsticks. I just feel like once I finally got down the matte lipstick trend, everybody started going over to the lip gloss and I just kind of stayed in the matte side. I just love the way it looks. I feel like matte lipsticks will always be my favorite. Lip gloss, I just feel like I have to be careful when I'm drinking or eating, and I just don't like that. So this is my lip combo. This is what I will do. This is a full face using my favorite makeup products. Oh, I forgot setting spray. Usually I'll set my face whenever, if it's feeling dry, which sometimes it will, but today surprisingly it's not feeling dry. But it's just to melt down the powders. I have the Milani Make It Last. I don't think it's my favorite. It smells super good and it feels refreshing, but it does have alcohol and I don't think that's good for my face, so I'm trying to use it up. And then I want to try setting sprays that don't have any alcohol, so if you have any good ones, just let me know down below. I will try them. So, and that's about it. That's all you need. I don't like to overdo my setting spray. I feel like my makeup is gonna come off. It probably won't. That's just the way I feel about it. But yeah, this is my full face of makeup. I really like how this green eyeshadow turned out. I will have the makeup products I used listed down below in the description box, and let me know in the comments your favorite makeup products. I would love to try out more makeup. And that's it for today. I'll see you guys in my next one.